Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of MLB The Show with the Rays Franchise. We pick up today on August 5th at 58 and 53, 6 games back from the Blue Jays and only 4 back from the Orioles after an amazing sweep of the Astros. We do take Game 1 versus St. Louis. We're going to get right into the action today. Yandy went 3 for 5, Arozarena 4 for 5, and 5 RBIs on the day. Siri 3 for 4 as well. Arozarena went yard and had a double. 3 stolen bases. Zach Eflin has a phenomenal game with 7 innings pitched. Maton and Fairbanks behind him to pick up the win. Game 1 versus St. Louis is in the books, and Game 2 identical, 7-3. This time offense is a lot more sped around. Yandy with a 4 RBI day. Jose Siri 2 for 4. And Yandy had a home run. Maybe that was a grand slam. Who knows? Taj Bradley goes deep into the game, 7 1/3 with 2 earned runs. That error from Arozarena led in another one. And we are now 60 and 53. We are making waves. I do want to highlight some stats here. We are 7th in batting average. We are 11th in runs, which is better than I thought we were, actually. For hits, we rank number 9, and we have crested the 1,000 mark already. For doubles, we rank 6th, and Arozarena is our leader there. Westberg, our most recent acquisition, at number 2. For triples, we actually rank 3rd. Very good there. Hampson, Lowe, and Siri. For home runs, we rank 17th. We are lacking a little bit in power, but we're still okay there. For RBIs, we are tied for 10th at 528, very close to the leaders above us. For stolen bases, we do rank 2nd, largely off of the value of Josh Lowe, Arozarena, and then Hampson coming behind them with 20. But Josh Lowe is the leader still. We will move on and try to sweep St. Louis. Can we do it? Game 3, yes! It is an 8-0 shutout. Hampson, 3 for 5. Josh Lowe, 2 for 5. Brandon Lau, 4 for 5. RBIs on the day for Randy Arozarena, probably from that home run. Stolen base from Hampson, a couple caught stealing, and then Jeffrey Springs, no earned runs over 6 2/3, and Drew Rasmussen over 2 1/3 to close it out for a combined shutout. Baltimore, who we've been chasing for weeks now. We have a series chance against them, and we lose the first game 2-12. Josh Lowe went 3 for 5 today, creeping up to almost 300 for his average now. Arozarena 2 for 4. 2 doubles from Josh Lowe, 1 from Arozarena, triple by Siri. Not good pitching from Zach Littell today, only 3 innings pitched with 5 earned runs. Rasmussen also had a tough day, and Clevenger pitching was tough today. So Baltimore takes Game 1. Can we take Game 2? Shane McClanahan versus Grayson Rodriguez. And no, a very low scoring affair. We lose by only 1 run. Half the lineup got hits, half didn't, just about. We did have a pinch hit. Harold Ramirez came in for Palacios. McClanahan has a fantastic day. Kevin Kelly gives up the only run, and that is enough to seal it. Poche gets an inning, and his ERA is phenomenally low at 0.47. Zach Eflin will get the start in Game 3 as we try to avoid the sweep. Can we do it? Let's go ahead and quick manage. Jorge Mateo up to bat at first, and Eflin will walk him. 99 speed and 91 steal. It's not a guy that I want on the base. Can we pick him off?
He's safe!
No, we can't. Gotta try it anyways. You know what? There's no real penalty for trying it once. And Benson will single, so 2 men on now, and Rutsch will come up, batting .342. Mateo tries to steal third, and he gets blasted over there. So 1 out, 1 man on for Rutsch now. And a pop-out. So far, Eflin's been able to knuckle down and get through this. And a out. So Garrett Hampson will lead off for us today. And he will walk as well. And you know when we've got that speed on the bag, what I like to do.
He's safe!
He does take second base. Putting a man in scoring position in the very first inning. Harold Ramirez will ground out, though. Johnny DeLuca will strike out behind him. And then Ahmed Rosario will ground out. We'll move ahead to the top of the third, where Zach Eflin is facing a bases-loaded situation with 2 outs versus Gunnar Henderson, one of my current favorite players in baseball. and Eflin will miss the first 2 pitches to him. This is a high-pressure situation, and Gunnar will drive that into left field. That will score 2. Damn. If there's anybody that's going to do it to us, yeah, chances are good it's going to be Gunnar, and he'll celebrate at first base. We'll move on to Anthony Santander. 0 for 1 today so far, but on his second chance, he's got an opportunity, and he will lift that to right field, and that will be the 3rd out. So Eflin gets out of the 3rd with only 2. Moving forward to the bottom of the 4th, Ahmed Rosario will single and get on base for a Rosarena now. 2 outs, though. Can Randy do something? Nope. He'll strike out. That was quick. All the way forward to the top of the 7th, man on 3rd. With 2 outs, Phil Maton is in the game now versus Adley Rutschman. The count has been run full. Can Maton win over Rutschman? Yes! A beautiful slurve up and outside. Nails him. Bottom of the 7th now, our turn. 2 outs, a Rosarena on, and he will double. Jordan Westberg behind him, batting .281. With 2 outs, we got to mount a comeback at some point, and it's getting late in the game. Westberg will lift that to shallow center field, well, shallow-ish, and that will end the 7th and another opportunity. We will go ahead and get to the end of the game here. Nothing else happening, and we do lose 2-0. 2 shutout games in a row. That is disappointing very much. Lots of strikeouts as well. Garrett Hampson did steal a base and get caught stealing. Eflin, as we saw, had a good game. Maton and Armstrong with good relief, but the offense was just not able to overwhelm Baltimore. We have not scored in 2 games, and we return to the Astros, but this time we're hosting them. We lose the first game 2-12. The pitching has been so good for us in the last 2 games, but not today. Everyone in the lineup does get a hit, but the only people to drive in runs are Palacios and Mejia. And Taj Bradley has a very, very difficult game. 4 innings pitched with 6 earned runs. Rasmussen with another challenging day, but Kevin Kelly and Pete Fairbanks do all right behind them. That's 4 games lost in a row. Now, they are very good teams, but as we were climbing, getting closer and closer to Baltimore, they swept us. We do take Game 2 against Houston to end the losing streak, even though we only got 5 hits. We did take 8 walks. That is a stunning day for discipline. Yandy goes yard. Couple errors in the field today, but look at the combined shutout pitching. 3 different guys, and Fairbanks gets save number 29. So with a victory in Game 2, we will continue to ping-pong back and forth between winning streaks and losing streaks. And we do take Game 3 versus Houston, so another series win now. Josh Lowe 2 for 4 on the day. Randy Rosarena only 1 for 3, but he did pick up 4 RBIs and had a home run. Maybe that was why. Josh Lowe notably with 2 doubles on the day, and Johnny DeLuca even had a double. Nice to see him having success. Josh steals another base. Zach Littell goes 8 today with only 2 earned runs and 5 hits, and Phil Maton has a clean inning behind him. And we are faced with yet another hill to climb. Arizona at 69-53. McClanahan, Game 1, we do take the victory. Leverett's no longer injured. It is a 4-3 win, and a pretty good offensive day, I would say. Most of the guys got hits. We got a double from Palacios, a triple from Siri, and Randy Rosarena powering another home run. He's been on somewhat of a power surge lately. That's been fun to watch. Scrolling down to the pitching, we had Shane McClanahan only go 5, but he gave up 3, and then lots of good relief. It took 4 of them to do it. Fairbanks was save number 30 today. Kevin Kelly gets the win, but Fairbanks has been on somewhat of a resurgence lately. After I've been highlighting the struggles that he's had, he's got his ERA down to 3.32 right now. So I am very happy with Pete Fairbanks lately. Game 2 versus Arizona, as we are 64-57. Can we continue? Yes. 5-2 is the victory today. And Garrett Hampson goes 0 for 4. Rare for him. Rosarena also 0 for 4. But we did have a couple guys, well, 4 of them, get 2 hits apiece. And Josh Lowe goes yard today, and a double as well to increase his slugging percentage. That's fun. Zach Eflin has a good game, and another 4 reliever day where all of them came out clean. Pete Fairbanks with save number 31 now, and his ERA is 3.24. It is creeping down to elite levels. I do want to take a closer look at how Pete has been doing this year so far, because he's been quite focused on. He has broken his record for saves in a year. He's at 31 right now. Previous best was last year with 25. With that, he has also blown more saves than ever. He has registered 1 hold today, which is somewhat irrelevant, but he is probably going to pitch more innings this year than ever before. So he's been busy. He's been okay lately, enough to bring his status down as having a good year overall. But we are 65-57, still 4 games behind the Orioles. I wish we wouldn't have gotten swept. What does Game 3 have from Taj Bradley? Taking a look today, Bradley will start against Corbin Carroll. And he's having a pretty good year at 281 for his average. He will ground out. Geraldo Perdomo will ground out behind him. And Marte will also ground out. So a triple ground out start to the day. Can we do any better? Garrett Hampson will lead off, and he will strike out. Yandy Diaz behind him will also strike out. Let's not go 3 for 3 here. Josh Lowe, what do you got? A fly out. Okay, at least a different result. We'll move forward to the top of the third. Taj has remained very good. Only 1 hit for each team so far. Gabriel Moreno will single. Get on first for Corbin Carroll with only 1 out so far. And then Carroll singles. So 2 men on now. And we're going to hop into this one. Big moment for Perdomo and Bradley. 1 out, 2 on, top of the third. And Perdomo taking that deep to right field, going back, and it's off the wall. It's not quite gone. And the throw home. Got him! All right! We get 2 lucky outcomes there. Unbelievable. Take a look at the perfect throw in. It's cut off and nails him. Unbelievable. Wow. That felt like the end of a movie, but we still have 1 more out to go. Taj has got to get out of this. We've got 2 runners in scoring position. Marte, and it's pulled in at second base. Lau spears it. Awesome. Can we make something happen off of our lucky breaks in the last inning? Yandy now. 1 out, 2 men in scoring position. He will lift that to deep left field, not quite to the warning track, but that will end up being a sacrifice fly RBI. And we take the lead in the bottom of the third versus Arizona. Let's go. So 2 outs, still a man in scoring position, and now Josh Lowe is up. It is a full count. Gallen delivers way outside, and Lowe takes the walk to first. So now the inning will continue in a dangerous situation for Gallen as Brandon Lau steps up. 1 and 2 on the count with 2 on, 2 out, and got him! The 4-seamer went right by him, and that is a strikeout to strand 2 on the base path. But the lead is ours, and we've got a chance to do something more in the bottom of the 4th now with Jose Siri. Big swing and a miss on that slider. It went way out there and fooled him badly. 2 on still, and now Francisco Mejia will step in. It is a full count, and contact to stay alive. He'll get another chance at this one. Zach Gallen has felt the pressure so far and been pretty much indomitable. Defensive play behind him has been good, but we made the most of it. And now we will load the bases and turn the lineup over. And that means it's Garrett Hampson. He's batting .288 right now with an .805 OPS. He has just been so good, and I've said it probably 50 times if I've said it once. Big swing and a miss on the first pitch. 3 men on. Let's do something. Come on now. Hampson behind. 0-1 to Gallen. Here it comes. Contact! Right field! Going back! Going deep! Going out of here! Garrett Hampson! A grand slam! Let's go! Number 12 on the year. Can we get more hype for one man or not? Man! So exciting. We move to the top of the 5th now, and Taj faces Alek Thomas. Thomas is 0 for 1 on the day so far, and Taj has had a good game to this point. Can we continue with his success and maintain a 5-0 lead? Thomas is out. Suarez is next. He's out. And now it's back to Moreno. One of the hits on the day for them, and that is a solo shot to put Arizona on the board. 5-1 now. Bradley will hit Carroll and put him on first. Come on. Perdomo will single, and now there's 2 men on. So Bradley unable to get the final out in the top of the 5th, and now it's getting dangerous. He will miss up top, and that is ball 4, so now Bradley loads the bases. There's no end to the excitement in this game so far, and we're only halfway through. 2-2 to Christian Walker, and that is a dribbler that does just barely sneak through into center field, and Arizona will score 2. 5-3 now. Still, 2 men on, 2 outs to Jock Peterson. And he will drive that to center field, but it will be played, and we are out of it. So our 5-run lead shrinks down to a 2-run lead, but we maintain superiority. Bottom of the 5th now, and Brandon Lau leads off. And he's 0 for 2 on the day so far, and he will triple. So he gets his first hit of the day, and we've got plenty of chances to bring him in. Arozarena grounds out first. And then Westberg will ground out behind him, and it's up to Richie Palacios. He will double and bring him in. So we now have a 3-run lead. Arizona makes a pitching change to Blake Walston, and Jose Siri will strike out. Top 6 now, and we will make a pitching change ourselves to Drew Rasmussen, who has been so good and clutch through these situations. Can he continue his level of success? A ground out, and then Alek Thomas will single. So 1 out, 1 man on. Let's try the pickoff again. Why not? No, he's safe. I think I'm going to end up doing that pretty often now. I mean, just on the off chance. A fielder's choice. We'll switch him up at first, and let's try the pickoff again. Safe. So Suarez on first, 2 outs. And Moreno, a 2-run blast. 3 for 3 on the day now. And then a ground out. So we're back to a slim lead again, only ahead by 1. Josh Lowe with a single, and you know we got to do it. Cash it in, Lowe. There you go. Brandon Lau behind him will ground out. Arozarena now has a chance, and he will single. Men on the corners. And we've got a chance to do something here. As it gets late in the game and we trade runs back and forth, it is ultra important to capitalize in these situations. Westberg will double play out of the inning. A disappointing end, but the lead is still ours. So Arizona comes up clutch, and we'll move to the bottom of the 8th. Palacios leading off will pop up. Jose Siri, who's 0 for 3 on the day, will take a walk. So not a hit, but he'll at least be productive. And a single from Mejia. So men on the corners 1 more time. Still 1 out. Can we avoid the double play this time? Garrett Hampson's up, 2 for 4 on the day. Contact, no! They're going to try it again. The throw to first. Hampson legs it out, and that is an RBI fielder's choice. So luck turns our way again. 2 outs, Yandy Diaz here. 1 for 3 on the day. A random lady shouting MVP from the stands. Ultimately an out, though. We can only get lucky so many times, I guess. Top of the 9th with 2 outs. Full count from Pete Fairbanks, trying to close it out with a 2-run lead, and misses 100 miles an hour at the top of the zone. All right, so the tying run is represented at the plate right now. It is 2-2. We just need 1 out. We just highlighted how good Fairbanks has been. Did he go? Oh, man, no, the umpire does not save us on that. Fairbanks up to 23 pitches this inning. He better come through here because we just took the time in this video to highlight how good he was going to do. And that is hit deep to right field, and Marte delivers the tying run. We will see more baseball unless Arizona ends it right here. With 2 outs in the game and a 2-run lead, Fairbanks blows it. Man. So the damage is done, but we still only need 1 out. Full count to Christian Walker. Fairbanks can get out of it, but he doesn't this time. A slider misses. Big deep breath. And that's about enough. The computer has seen all that it needs to, and Phil Maton is going to come in instead. What a painful blown save for Pete Fairbanks. Again, we only need 1 out. Somebody's got to do it. And Jock Peterson! No! A 2-run blast to right field. Arizona coming through big time right when they need it. And this game has been a back and forth battle since the very beginning. Arizona now in the top of the 9th refuses to lay down, and they score 4 off of 2 home runs, all with 2 outs in the game. We just could not get that final out. And now it's a full count from Maton. What is happening here? This whole game is falling apart. Misses. So another base runner. Nobody can get clutch today. I don't understand. Now they're going to put in Randall. Is that Grichuk? Grichuk? Oh, man, I don't know. And anyways, that'll be a dribbler to short. Takes the short route there to second base. And I've seen enough. Nothing else happens for us. And through the power of 4 runs in the top of the 9th, Arizona ekes the victory out after Fairbanks and Phil Maton both give up home runs. A devastating loss in what should have been a triumphant sweep victory. Taj Bradley had a decent game. Rasmussen did give up 2, and that certainly hurts. But Fairbanks, the big story of the day, only 2 outs, but gave up 3 earned runs. 2 walks as well. Just as we highlighted how good he's been, we get to see a disaster. And we don't sweep Arizona, but we do take the series. Moving on to Oakland, who is 40-84, never mind 41, as they win Game 1, a 6-5 victory. We did have some good offense. Palacios going 3 for 4 on the day. Jose Siri and Mejia getting home runs as well. But not enough to get it done, as Oakland scored 4 in the 3rd inning. Uh-oh. That means Jeffrey Springs, yeah. Oh, no, there's 1 error, excuse me. Jordan Westberg. I was looking at Garrett Hampson's 2 stolen bases. Wow, so 6 runs through, but only 2 of them charged to Jeffrey Springs. Wow, a fielding disaster in Game 1 versus Oakland. So we've taken 2 losses in a row now, both of them tough losses. It's hard to see your closer blow the save and then injury. Injury update for Harold Ramirez, dislocated ankle, out for over 6 months. Just when I was thinking it's been a while since our last injury, here it comes again. And there is just no end to the bad news right now. We get a little bit of breathing room, and then it's just snuffed right out. Gosh. All right, well, let's put him on the 60-day, I guess. There's no option. One thing that I wish the show would do would be like, whatever the estimate is that he's going to be out, just put him on that kind of a list. No, another injury. Kenny Piper. A broken hand down in Double-A for 1 to 2 months. And this is what I mean. 1 to 2 months could be 4 weeks or 5 weeks. But there's a gap. There's only 10-day injured list or 60-day injured list. So if we don't want to do 10 days at a time, we'd have to do 60. But I don't want to miss a couple weeks where they could come back. So whatever. Let's take a look. It's a 4-1 loss for us. Rosario 2 for 4 on the day. Harold Ramirez 2 for 4 before that injury. And a couple hits scattered around the rest of the lineup, but ultimately we only score 1 run. And Harold Ramirez, a brief look at his stat line, was doing great. 278 for his average, A lower OBP of only 320 and slugging 440, but he was a solid and reliable first baseman, and he could also play the outfield, so I'm sure he subbed in for that a few times. But 259 at-bats that we have enjoyed are now going to be lost for the rest of the season. Shane McClanahan will start in Game 3, and that is a win to snap the losing streak. Josh Lowe, 3 for 5. That average is getting even closer to 300. Arozarena, speaking of 300, he went 3 for 5, and he's batting 297 today. Well, as of today. Josh Lowe has a home run and drives in 3 RBIs, so we can thank him solely for that victory. And another error, this time from Yandy. McClanahan with a good game, and then 3 relievers that are strong. Fairbanks does get a save and does not get an earned run today, so a little bit of redemption. So the weight and dread of a losing streak is off the table now, and in Game 4, Zach Eflin will lead the charge to a 5-1 victory. We held them to only 3 hits while we got 13 and scored 5. I do see an error on the board as well, so here we go again. Garrett Hampson going 3 for 4 today. Josh Lowe 1 for 4, and he got a triple. That was his hit. Some RBIs scattered throughout. Jose Siri drove in 2, so he was the predominant contributor. And Zach Eflin has an unbelievable game. 8 innings pitched, no earned runs, only 2 hits allowed. Phil Maton got into a little bit of trouble, and we needed to pull Clevenger for the very last out, but we do it. So right now we are 67 and 60. 5 games behind the Jays still, and the Orioles have tied them. So a 2-way top spot, and we are 5 games behind both of them. 6 and 4 in our last 10. We've been a little bit streaky, a little bit ping-ponging. I mean, kind of a mixed bag here so far in the month of August. But right now, let's take a look at the wild card race. We are 5 games behind. Orioles and Blue Jays now on the board there. And the Guardians are half a game up from us. So we're not terribly far away in the wild card race, but I'd rather have more success to where we don't really need to worry about it. I know that the Blue Jays and the Orioles are going to remain competitive all year, so it's going to be about what we can do against the other teams. Can the other teams defeat the Blue Jays and the Orioles, and can we beat those teams? A little bit of a chess match going on in the rankings. So with us being 7 games above 500, we enter a series against Los Angeles. They are 78 and 50, and that is a 10-0 shutout in Game 1. Holy crap, that doesn't feel good. Only 3 hits on the day. Hampson, Lau, and Westberg. Unreal. We do get another error, this time from Hampson. Josh Lowe stole a base, so that's cool. But Taj Bradley has a terrible game. Rasmussen also really bad. And yeah, what can you say about a 10-0 shutout? Game 2, we'll see Jeffrey Springs, who has got his ERA under 3. He has been elite for us. And that is a 2-4 loss. Springs is charged with the loss. Yandy Diaz goes 2 for 3 on the day with a walk as well. Ahmed Rosario 2 for 4. And Rene Pinto, the backup catcher, who's only batting 191, will take a long ball today with a home run. Jeffrey Springs puts together a decent game. That's really not bad. Phil Maton lets in another run, and then Clevenger and Kelly are clean behind them. But that is 2 games lost to quite possibly the best team in baseball. And Game 3 is set up for a showdown with Shohei Ohtani. He is 9-8 on the year, with a 4.80 ERA, almost 200 strikeouts over 155 innings. The Titan of our current state of baseball is up next in Game 3, and I want to face him. That will be where we start Episode 10 of this series. I want to thank you guys for watching. Can't wait to see what happens against the Dodgers and Shohei Ohtani. See you later.